We are back. Oh boy, we are back. After 2 decades in the desert of actively, studiously repulsive female characters in even recent examples, everything from Dragon Age Veilguard to Avowed to the butchery of the old school hot girl next door Mary Jane. In Spider-Man 2, we now have Stella Blade, a technically year-plus-old game releasing on Steam and breaking sales records with some damn impressive statistics too. 183,000 people peak for a single-player game before the weekend even begins. That is amazing, especially again for a game that's already been out for like, what, a year plus? Now, of course, one game does not make a pattern. We can't declare yet that we are at long last out of the desert. However, there was a recent announcement not too long ago that I find very, very intriguing. So, those of you who are a fan of classic RPGs have probably heard about Owlcat. They made Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, Kingmaker, and also Rogue Trader. They've made quite the name for themselves in the CRPG space because they've delivered quality every time, and now they are working on the Expanse Osiris Reborn, a very interesting game that looks like they're finally leveling up to a higher production value, creating a Mass Effect-style third-person shooter RPG thing. I'm quite excited, but look at this poster right here. Especially the blonde bombshell. Like, whoever made this, they know their craft. The eyes, the slightly raised eyebrow, the teasing hint of a smile. Damn, absolutely. And this comes from Owlcat. The reason why this is such an intriguing example is because Owlcat has always been one of those studios that it's been really hard to nail down in the old culture war style of things. On the one hand, they've made absolutely excellent characters like Erashuele, a repentant succubus. She's probably one of the best companions in all of their games so far. They've also made people like Sister Argenta, an excellent companion. But then they've also made things like Idira Talas, an androgynous they-them, who both personality and questline is uninteresting, and who appears to be one of those characters designed to be middling. The kind of character that you kind of gotta squint at and you're like, well, I mean, she's not hideous, I guess, but why would you make this in a game where you can literally make anything? In a game where you can make this? And this goes all the way back, like you got Kingmaker. Amira, another character that you look at and you're like, well, I mean, in a Pench or Valeria, the same thing. Nice face, but she wears full armor and, you know, as a priestess in essence, or I want to be Emma Watson, but I couldn't quite draw her, who is banging an orc, I believe, when you find her. And at the same time, though, they haven't made woke games. Their games are solid. They even have anti-communist writings in some of their games. So they've never fit particularly well on the culture war spectrum. Not woke, but not based either. And then this poster. I mean, all of the characters. We are used to having attractive males because, of course, you can't be on the left without being able to hold 2 mutually exclusive positions at once. Hot female characters, bad, evil, oppressive, hot men, of course. We've seen this for ages, even with like community managers, creative assembly, even approving mods of hot female characters in 3 Kingdoms, and the community manager throwing a hissy fit over the exact same thing for females. And look at this. The males, attractive. You've got the little femboy Korean back there, the dreaded bad boy, and short brown-haired space marine. How I have missed him. Good God, this guy could have been any shooter main character in the 2000s. And the females too, I mean, The blonde bombshell speaks for herself, but the two in the background as well, is that cleavage? I'd almost forgotten what that even looked like, frankly. And then you've got a cute redhead in the background. A ginger in a video game? In any piece of entertainment whatsoever? This, I believe, is more than anything else a sign of the shifting times. Just a whole plethora of attractive, cool-looking characters. This is what we've been asking for this whole time. And bearing in mind as well, of course, there's been quite a few other shifts as well around this. Take, for example, Nexus Mod, right? Oblivion Remaster, which is, by the way, censored compared to the original. The female outfits have been toned down quite a lot, but they, of course, allowed the body type mod. So, game came out, body type AB nonsense, or is it 1 or 2? A mod was created, male-female. Alright, there you go. Not a controversial thing. Nexus mod, of course, takes it down because they're political activists, and they view the body type thing as a declaration of support for their side. They take it down, massive backlash, they put it back up again and go, we're not a battleground for broader cultural or political debates, we're just a mod site. Bearing in mind, they've taken down exactly the same mods in the past. Suddenly, Nexus Mod is neutral ground. Suddenly, they don't stand for diversity and inclusion. They certainly don't want to promote a positive modding community. Well, imagine that. And there was an interview around the Expanse, and they confirmed male and female gender character selection. Part of me feels ridiculous for saying that like it's some big thing. Holy shit, the developers recognize that there are genders? I mean, in 2025, that's a fucking achievement. That is almost a day one buy just right there. As crazy as that sounds. And at the end of the day, this is exactly what I've always wanted out of this. See, ideally speaking, well, actually, I was about to say, I'd prefer it if the pendulum didn't swing too far in the way of the right, because then we'll get back to Christian conservatism, and allow me to reassure you as an old man, that wasn't a party either, but I do want it to swing just far enough to really punish the motherfuckers who started this shit. But ideally, I would like a game like this. I want everyone to be attractive. I would want gay people to be able to pair up with whichever one of these they want. I want the romances to be available to everyone. I would prefer a video game that simply just has the freedom of choice in it. Make it difficult if you so choose. If you want to bang the blatantly straight guy, it's gonna be a challenge, but I'm not saying you can't trick him into it somehow. But regardless, everybody wants attractive characters. There isn't anybody out there, except for the land whales themselves, who, incidentally, it was later revealed that Mary Jane in this Spider-Man 2 game look an awful lot like her creator, like her character designer. Very suspicious that, very odd, very strange indeed. But except for the land whales, nobody is going to complain about hot characters. Absolutely no one, as demonstrated by Stella Blade. I did a stream of it just yesterday, and I swear to God, I couldn't stop giggling like a 13-year-old boy half the time, because, unironically, this is the first attractive female character, the first explicitly sexy female character who moves like she's sexy, who is designed like she's sexy, who has outfits that makes her look sexy, I've seen in, 20 years or something? It's absurd. And obviously, the rogue game is rewarded for it. It's selling like mad. Gacha games, whose only real draw is sexuality these days, is outselling AAA games for a fifth of the development cost. Make no mistake, the industry knows this. It has noticed the amount of extra investment that has already started pouring into Asia is enormous, both due to the success of Black Myth Wukong, for example, which saw a lot of Chinese studios pull out of the West as they realized, well, we could just make it ourselves. The Korean games industry has been booming for a year or two now, in large parts due to successes like Stella Blade, which proves, yes, if you make a competent game with an attractive character, well shit, the West is starved for that, and you can pretty much set your own price. I think we're back. And when even, again, games like this, who have always been difficult to exactly qualify or classify, but has nevertheless definitely erred on both sides, release a poster with nothing but attractive characters, I think we're back. I think we are finally fucking back. And if we could even return to this state of being in entertainment at large, in TV shows, in movies, I will be very, very happy. We're still a few years out before this returns to being the normal state of affairs, but as games like these become, I near guarantee you, smash successes, even the most stubborn of corporations is going to get sick of seeing all of those red numbers next to their $300 million catastrophe and start thinking that maybe the hot chicks are the way to go. Happy days. Until next time, I have been Arch. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Happy days.